Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course the law of attraction. In today's video, I am going to be doing a divine feminine reading. So this is going to be a specific reading for a certain group of divine feminines here on the channel. And if you would like me to channel for you in a stronger and more specific way, I do recommend liking the video and subscribing, as these are forms of energetic transference that often allow me to pick up more easily on your energy and channel more specifically for you and your situation. So what I'm getting here right away is, well, I heard a message very loudly through my intuition, and it was, your only job is to keep yourself clear, and everything else flows from that place. And so I'm hearing something as well about how the mind has a tendency to overcomplicate it, and this video is meant to help you simplify it. So let's kind of decode what's going on here. I'm picking up on the energy of someone who is a visionary, an artist, a business owner, a creator of some kind. Maybe you even have your own platform or YouTube channel, or you may be a tarot reader. But what I'm picking up is whatever you do is highly creative. And as a result of that, it is always a reflection of your energy, meaning whatever you are doing or creating is always a reflection of how your energy is feeling, what's happening within you. And so you may be feeling frustrated at times, wondering, like, it's almost like you may feel like you have to try different methods or different techniques or read different books or study different materials to become better at what you do. And while, of course, so many forms of knowledge hold value, I'm getting that at the end of the day, you have some kind of natural gift or ability that moves through you so effortlessly when you simply allow it to flow. So what I'm getting is that you are like this open channel for creativity, for this like divine energy flowing through you, and you simply just have to open and allow it. But what I'm picking up is you can't compartmentalize your life because of the way that whatever you do or create is actually a reflection of your energy and how that energy is flowing through your own system. If there's something or someone in your life that is blocking your own energy, your own creative flow, you're then going to see the negative effect of that in whatever it is that you are doing or creating. I'm hearing everything for you has energetic root causes, whether it's things that you consider to be highs and successes or things that you consider to be your lows. And I feel that for some of you, you may be in one of those periods of time right now where you've been feeling a little bit low. Yeah, with Angel of Balance in the reverse position, you may have been feeling a little bit overwhelmed or unbalanced, almost like, I feel like things in my life aren't quite working the way that they did before, or my business or my career or whatever isn't growing in the way that it did before or in the way that I desire it to. And this could be bringing up feelings of vulnerability or like inadequacy, wondering like, is there something wrong with me? Am I not as skilled as I believed that I was? I am even hearing the words like imposter syndrome. Like you may be thinking, am I just an imposter? Am I not as good at this as I think that I am? But I'm hearing the words master and expertise. So you are actually a natural master in whatever this space is. You are, whether you realize it or not, you are considered an expert at whatever you do, and people look to you for expertise or for guidance. But what I'm getting has been going on recently is you've been feeling unbalanced for a few reasons. One is that there seems to be someone or something that's been unintentionally blocking some of your creative flow. And specifically, this seems to be affecting your solar plexus chakra. I'm hearing something about merging identities. Like there's someone or something trying to like merge identities with you, or trying to like tie their energy to yours because they sense how much of an expert you are. They sense that you have this naturally very open, creative channel and this very high vibration. And this person actually seems to be attached to a very heavy karmic energy. I'm hearing they have a lot of density in their energetic field. And I'm going to get into what that might look like. But what I'm picking up very specifically is because of this density in their field, they're almost like overreaching, trying to like merge their own sense of identity in this world with yours to like tie the two of you together in some way. For some of you, if this is romantic, this may be through physical things. So they may be rushing physical things between you, trying to create more of a spiritual bondedness between you to kind of merge your energies and identities so that they can sort of ride along on your high vibrational energy and clear some of the density in their own field through you instead of doing it themselves. And so this is creating congestion in your energy field that you are then feeling, but I'm getting that you're like turning it in on yourself or thinking like, oh no, I feel like there is something wrong with me for this. There's nothing wrong with you. It's that there's some kind of external heavy energy that is very karmically loaded is what I'm hearing. And again, we'll talk more on what that looks like, but it's actually affecting you because it's trying to tie itself with you or attach itself to you in some way. You may even literally feel like tethered or constrained by this person or energy, like almost as though in small ways, when you're around them, you notice yourself trying to kind of shrink in certain ways that your mind might be calling small. Like your mind might be saying, oh, that's just a small thing that I'm doing to kind of dilute myself or shrink myself. But it's not a small thing because it's an indication of overreaching on this person's end and them not dealing with some density within their own energy, but trying to offload it onto you. And I feel that all of this is coming up in your reading today because if this reading is for you, your intuition has been making you more consciously aware of this dynamic that's taking place. But as I said, there are a couple things happening here because that's not the whole story. The other thing happening here with the Sun card is that you are actually working with a brand new energy generally for yourself in your life. And the guides are saying, give it time to adjust. And with time, things will balance out. I feel like that's a very important affirmation to remember and to really repeat to yourself internally, like with time. And I'm also hearing with consistency, things will balance out. So maybe there is something that you are meant to be doing consistently or certain small, consistent action steps that you can take that may seem insignificant on the surface, but actually are building a momentum that is going to bring a lot of change in a positive way for you over time. But I'm getting that the most important consistent thing that you can do for yourself right now with hostilities reversed is consistently establish this energy of peace within yourself and come back to your core of peace on a really regular basis. Because I keep picking up on like external energies that want to pull you into chaos. Because if they can pull you into chaos and trigger a reaction out of you, they can, in essence, kind of siphon some of your energy for themselves, which again can serve to clear some kind of karmic density in their field that they are not clearing for themselves. With Door to Value, I also feel, speaking of consistency, it's important for you to consistently recognize where your true value lies and maybe to even lock in with your own true values, like your values for life and for yourself, and to remember that bigger picture of what you're working towards and why. I'm hearing remembering your why, waking up every day and reminding yourself why you are moving towards a certain vision, why you are taking the steps that you're taking, doing this consistently, along with consistently establishing that state of peace and taking the small daily action steps that you can, even if they feel insignificant, trusting that they're going to build momentum. This is the most powerful thing that you can do for yourself. And again, just giving it time and letting things balance out, because the energy that you're working with right now is literally brand new. It's never been worked with before, really by anyone in the collective. We are all collectively shifting into a brand new energy right now. And it's sort of like a playground in a way. If we treat it from a more fun approach, it's like we are playing on this new energetic playground in a whole new like energy system that we're all kind of figuring out together. But it can also feel overwhelming at times because it is brand new and because the old ways of operating and doing things will feel more resistant now, or they're going to feel like they're not working in the same way. But you have to trust that things are going to keep balancing out over time, as long as you keep consistently stepping forward and holding that state of peace within yourself, remembering and holding to that bigger vision of how the actions you're taking now fit into this grander vision and picture for yourself, or whatever it is you are creating. So I want to know more about this person who seems to be overreaching or overstepping, but also there's a masculine energy here thinking of you heavily. I wonder if this is the same energy that came through our last reading. There's also the energy of deceit or some kind of illusion here. So I want to break this down on a really deep level here. But first, if this is resonating for you, then I really recommend a few of these subliminals from my subliminals app, Sound and Soulful. So the first subliminal that I would really recommend is going to be a subliminal that I'm working on right now. I will let you know in the comments when it is released, but it's going to be called Strong Energetic Boundaries, because this is meant to fortify your energy field and put up strong walls, barriers, and boundaries against negative influences externally so that you feel clear, calm, and confident within yourself. The second I would recommend is Divine Physical Stability. This is one that I just created a couple days ago. I've personally been using it consistently myself, and many of you have left comments saying that it helped you to instantly calm your anxiety and feel more centered and grounded. So this will be really powerful for clearing any external energies out of your field and really coming back to your center. The third I would recommend is Magnetic Feminine Energy. So now that we've protected your energy and cleared it out and recentered you, this is meant to amplify your magnetism so that you become magnetic for wealth, success, fulfillment, the dreams that you desire to manifest in this life, love, positive attention, all of those things. So these three used together would be so powerful. You can even combine them into a playlist in the app because you can create your own playlists. And so in this app, I have over 150 subliminals for appearance, love, relationships, energy clearing, mood, mindset, and so much more. And personally, I have seen the most profound results using subliminals every single day in my own life. So I love sharing them with all of you as well. And the link to get the app and get started for free, you can try it free for 7 days, is in the pinned comment and description box underneath this video. Okay, so let's figure out with the thinking man and deceit. I feel like these are separate energies. There is a masculine that is thinking very heavily about you, and then there's also this energy of some kind of illusion here. So let me see if I can pull some cards from the traditional tarot. So let's start with, who is this masculine? I saw something about someone like the Sun card. That's what I saw in my mind's eye, which usually represents very awakened masculine energy. So I feel like this is someone with a very high level of intelligence or spiritual consciousness, and also like emotional intelligence. This may be more of the quiet type, but I'm getting that when they speak, their words hold a lot of weight because they are very intelligent and emotionally intelligent. They also seem to be very successful in some way, or they really have their footing in the world. With the World card here, I feel like they just have this stability and this confidence about them. There's like a groundedness about this masculine energy. They seem to be very powerful in some kind of way in the material world, or maybe this has to do with like their job or their career. But I am curious, like, what is this deceit card? I almost feel that they're hiding their feelings for you, or they're not being open, not in a malicious way, but I feel like their feelings for you somehow are hidden, or they're not out in the open. The Five of Swords reversed, the Page of Pentacles reversed, the Fool. So somehow they feel as though it would be reckless for them to express their feelings for you openly. So they're more like in this observant state where they're sort of like keeping an eye on you, thinking about you heavily, almost like watching and waiting to see if they get some kind of signal from you to move forward. Can I get any other information here? Why does this person feel like they can't express their feelings? I feel like they're working up the courage here with the Page of Wands in the upright position, but we also keep getting the Justice card. So maybe this is someone who is still wrapping up like some kind of karmic cycle, but they're feeling and sensing you like on the other side of that. I'm hearing they feel like they have to keep the peace. They don't want to be disruptive. They somehow feel that like expressing their feelings for you right now would be disruptive to something or maybe to you in some way. So they're more like in this observant mode. But I do feel with the Page of Wands that this is someone who, if you haven't met them yet, they're going to be trying to strike up some conversation. Or even if you do know this person, they will be trying to reach out and find some positive way to connect with you, even if it feels small, something that feels like non-disruptive. Because again, it's like they're worried about disrupting something or being reckless. That seems to be really important to them. But I do see some kind of communication coming from this person with the throat chakra in the upright position. I feel like, again, it's like they're going to approach you in some kind of light way. I'm hearing something about laughter. Maybe this is someone who makes you laugh, or you have a shared sense of humor when you do meet this person. Journey in the reverse position. There's something about some kind of journey ending, or someone like returning back to something, maybe returning back to your own center. I'm hearing you're returning back to your own center, and everyone and everything around you is feeling this. So I feel like this is going to reach a divine feminine who has recently really like re-centered herself or re-grounded herself. Like, I just keep getting messages like, we're back, like you telling yourself, wow, we're back in our energy. I'm back. Like, I feel like myself again. That's what I'm getting from you. So what can I channel about this person who seemed to be like overreaching, trying to merge identities with you? The Four of Swords in the reverse position. This is someone who may have kept you in a state of like underlying anxiety or stress, or somehow kept you feeling isolated in some kind of way. Or maybe you would isolate yourself when you would connect with this person or this energy. But I feel like you're coming out of that. You're seeing things more clearly. Yeah, and this is just really shifting your energy in some kind of way. I feel like now it's like you're looking away from that person or situation, and you're looking towards the Emperor, which could be the Emperor within you, like this sense of greater inner stability, setting stronger boundaries for yourself. Again, like coming back to your center. But this also could be you raising the bar on the kinds of people and energies that you desire to connect with, either romantically or non-romantically. This could be you realizing that you only really want to connect with people who are giving you consistent, stable love that you can rely upon, where there is an equal balance of give and take within those connections. Where I'm hearing you feel like you can openly thrive, and they don't feel intimidated, but they actually celebrate you and want to amplify you in that thriving with the Six of Wands. I feel that you're going to find out in this phase of your life that there's a very big difference between people who quietly accept or tolerate your thriving and people who celebrate it. And I feel that people in your life who have been quietly sort of watching from the sidelines, not necessarily criticizing you, but not celebrating you, celebrating your successes. Maybe if you would ever share a success with them or something you were excited about, you could like feel the energy drop in the room, because they would just be silent, or they wouldn't say anything, or you could like feel that there was a weird energy from you sharing your successes. But what I'm getting is those kinds of connections just aren't going to cut it anymore. You're going to be really surrounding yourself with people who genuinely celebrate your success and your thriving, and who actually want to amplify all of those things. Can I channel anything else for the beautiful divine feminine listening? It's funny because this reminds me of a message that came through the previous reading, so the last reading may connect with you as well. But with the Temperance card, this is giving me the same energy as the Patience card from the Energy Oracle, which was the one I pulled in that last reading. And I once again was hearing that message of giving something time to balance out. Maybe this is even you, like you are internally balancing out and adjusting to something, even maybe adjusting to like that new planetary energy that we talked about in the last reading. But I'm getting that, I'm hearing you've never come home to yourself in quite this way. It's almost like you're coming back to your core energy and really locking in that core frequency, but it may take some time to fully adjust to that because you've never been so connected to your own core energy and so showing up in this full-blown, authentic kind of way. I'm feeling like you're doing that more than ever before, but it takes some adjusting to as well. So there is this adjustment phase, kind of gaining your balance in that connectedness to your core self. But I really feel as though you're going to notice things balancing out as you give yourself like the time and the space and the patience here. Now, I do feel a masculine seemingly from your past that like this may even be the person who is trying to merge identities with you, who keeps surfacing in this reading. They seem to really feel as though you are like their ultimate goal or destination. They feel that even though they seem to have some kind of like heavy, dense karmic energy around them, they still feel this profound connectedness to you. And I just keep getting like this desire to merge or this desire to like connect or attach themselves to you, but they don't feel ready yet from a spiritual or energetic perspective because of this karmic density around them. And I just remembered we said earlier we were going to channel into that. So I'm going to reshuffle the cards here to get into that more deeply. So what is this karmic density? Deceit. Okay, so there's something that they haven't faced within themselves. There's a truth that they actually haven't acknowledged here because they've been trying to keep the peace or kind of like gloss over something with the storm warning card in the reverse position. The month of October could be significant to someone. Yeah, and in order to expand themselves, they're going to have to gradually unravel this. They're going to have to pull back the curtain and face certain truths about themselves that they've been avoiding just to kind of gloss things over or keep the peace or tell themselves or other people that they're like doing fine or doing okay, when in actuality, there's been something internally affecting them, whether it's like an addiction or an emotional pattern or something else that's been sabotaging them, that's been blocking them from really manifesting what they desire. And so I feel that your intuition has really been signaling to you, Divine Feminine, that if you desire to have a connection with this masculine, they are going to have to do this inner work first. They're going to have to pull back this curtain internally, face something within themselves, and clear that karmic density before they can cleanly like connect themselves to you, if that is even something that you desire moving into the future. So I really hope this was helpful. If so, leave me a comment. Let me know what resonated. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. And if you would like to use these subliminals I mentioned earlier to shift your energy, to protect your energy, and to magnetize yourself for the things you desire, then the link to get my subliminals app, Sound and Soulful, and try it free for 7 days is in the pinned comment and description box below. Otherwise, I'm sending you all so much love. Have a beautiful day, and I will connect with you here again in the next video.